Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Adebanjo Faith, and in today's video I'll be talking about how to handle separation anxiety in toddlers. First of all, what is separation anxiety? Separation anxiety is that cry, that scream, that rebellion, or that action that takes place or that a toddler or a child does when you leave or or when you are separated from that child. Okay, separation anxiety is that reaction, that cry, that wailing, that rolling on the floor, and all of that drama that happens when you separate a child from his parent or from a familiar face. Okay, so for instance, you're taking your child to school for the first time or for the 100th time, and the child is crying when you're about to leave, or to the children's church, or just somewhere where you have to leave, or you're even leaving home and the child has to stay at home with another person. That reaction, that drama, is called separation anxiety. How do you handle that? First of all, I would just like to say it is really normal. Hey, for my first daughter, first of all, for the longest time I should have recorded this video, because when my daughter started school, oh good, when she started crèche, in fact, let's even start from there. When she started going to crèche, the drama was real. And if you had known my first daughter, she from like 3 months, my friend would say I am exaggerating, that it was from birth, but really from 3 months old, my daughter literally cried if I dropped her for another person, or if someone else wants to take her from me. Not like I rocked her to myself, I didn't do any of those, I did not carry her for too long, all those things that people say that makes a child really attached to you. I didn't even do all of that so much, even though it's what a child needs. A baby needs to be cuddled, but let's not even go into that. I had my mom stay with me during the lockdown. She was locked down with me, so she stayed with me for almost 3 months, and I mean she still had that attachment. So by the time I was dropping her off in crèche, the wailing was serious. I had to call later to ask, as she stopped crying, how is she? And they're like, well, she's fine, she didn't cry again. So how do you handle such when you drop your child off or you have to be separated? First of all, the first thing to do is to bend down, go or carry the child up, or just talk to the child on that eye level. Okay, tell the child you're coming back. Yes, the child can be screaming, but just tell the child you have to go and you'll be right back. So you need to mention that you will be right back to get the child. Okay, you understand that the child is not happy that you're going, but you will be right back. It does not matter even if the child is screaming on top of his voice, just communicate that. Get up, maybe give the child a peck, a hug, drop that child, get up and walk away. Don't look back, just go. Okay, because I've discovered from experience that stopping a little more, lingering around a little, makes the matter worse. Okay, so just stand up and leave. That child will be fine. Of course, before you drop a child somewhere, you are certain that that place is safe for that child. So just leave, and then fulfill your promise, of course, to come back and get the child. The child will be all happy. So that is just my little tip. You don't need to linger for too long. There was this I don't know if it was a video or a write-up I read, that it's also good if you hang around a little. So maybe if it's a class, sit with the child for some time, and then the child will settle in with you, then you leave. Well, if that works for your child, please do. Okay, because sometimes I can tell you, my daughter will be 3 in a few days from the time of recording this video, and since she was 1 year old, which was when she started going to crèche, she has been crying almost every time. So I would say 75% of the times when I leave her, she is crying up till today. Sometimes she doesn't cry right now, sometimes she still cries. So right now, if I take her to school, she can decide to just say bye mommy, and sometimes, like last week Monday, she was like bye mommy. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, she held my hand to take her to class. So I think on Tuesday I was like, but yesterday you were all good. So what I did, I just left her and put her in her class and decided to run away. In fact, I even told her, come on, go to your class, And she was crying. Her teacher was sensitive enough to come back. Where is mommy? Oh yeah, mommy, come back, come back, come back, come back. Oh yeah, I apologized to her, and I bent down, carried her, and said sorry, sorry, sorry. I took her to the class, and then she was fine. Wow. See, the next day, which was Wednesday, she also still dragged my hand and insisted that I took her to her class. And when we got there, she was okay to let me go, and she just said bye. So I did not just drop her off at the gate as she did on Monday, which was okay by to her on Monday, you know. So it changes. If you observe that your child prefers that you hang around a little, if you have that luxury, do once you are sure that child will leave. But if you're like me, when we started, that's whether you hang around or not. Even this morning, church, when we went to church, she still cried. Okay, she still cried. So I feel like we should just relax our mind. The child will be fine. They would still need to leave the house no matter what. Don't feel guilty. You're good, especially if you're a first time mom. You're fine, or dad, you're fine, you're fine. That child will also be fine. One more thing that I think has helped is talking it over. So sometimes when we are going out, I'll just start to talk about it. Okay, we're going to church, which is very important. Talking it over to the child where you're going helps a lot. So I'll give you another example. I was going to have an online session with the parents of my children, and I had to drop my first daughter and her sister at the crèche where my second daughter stays. Now, the first time we did that, my first daughter cried. Like, I don't want to go to my school. I don't want to be here. And that. It was a serious one. So I didn't pre-inform her that time. The next time we had to do that, I now told her, okay, you're going to low anime school today. She was like, okay. And we talked about it. Will you cry? Okay, you will not cry, right? She agreed. Well, she still cried, but it was better than the first time when, in fact, it was a whole tornado in the whole place. So talking things over, especially if they are getting older and they understand, please don't underestimate the children. They do understand. So talk it over with them about going to this place. You stay here for a while. That will really help. So a quick recap. First of all, when you're going to a place, before you leave, talk to the child about it. Tell the child, okay, we are going to this place. It helps reduce that anxiety. And I'll drop you there. I'll go and then I'll come back and get you later. When you get to that place, reassure the child again. I need to leave now. I love you so much. Take care of yourself. I'll get you later, okay? Then stand up and walk away. Don't linger too much. Don't over, except of course it works for your child. So I hope this video has helped. If you have any other tip or suggestion, because like I told you, I'm still in that phase where my daughter still cries when I'm leaving. So if you have any other suggestion that can help, please, I'll be waiting in the comment section below. Do well to drop your suggestion. If you have any questions, please do well to do that. Thank you for those who have already subscribed to this channel. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button and the like button, and then if you have those who this video will be useful to, please do well to share, because I release parenting content, kingdom parenting content, that will definitely bless you every single week. Thank you so much once again, and see you in my next video. Bye.